Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome to another insightful AI interview. I'm Fakhra Tahreem and today we are going to discuss a topic that is important for everyone: students, professionals, entrepreneurs, and anyone who wants to improve their life. Today we will discuss about how to set achievable goals and stay motivated. We often set goals with great excitement, but the real challenge is staying consistent and motivated until we achieve them. So today I am going to ask ChatGPT some practical questions to help us understand how we can set realistic goals and stay committed to them. So ChatGPT, welcome to the interview. Let's begin. First of all, what is the importance of setting clear and achievable goals in our personal and professional lives?
That's a great starting point. So, the importance of clear and achievable goals is that they act almost like a roadmap. Without them, it's easy to drift, lose focus, or chase too many things at once. When goals are clear, you know exactly what you're aiming for. And when they're realistic, they're within reach, which keeps discouragement low and motivation higher. In your personal life, that could mean better balance or healthier routines. In your professional life, they're like performance benchmarks that help you track growth without overwhelming yourself. Essentially, they turn big dreams into smaller steps you can actually act on.
Okay, many people set big goals but struggle to achieve them. So, how
Mm,
can we break a large goals into smaller, manageable steps?
That's the heart of it right there. The trick is to take that big, intimidating goal and ask, what's the smallest action I can take that moves me in that direction? For example, if your big goal is writing a book, you can break it down into just writing 200 words a day. If it's getting fit, start with 10 minutes of daily movement, not a total lifestyle overhaul. Smaller steps feel doable, so your brain gets these little wins. And that is what builds momentum. And over time, those steps stack up into real progress. So small steps equal more consistency and less burnout.
How can someone make sure that their goals are realistic while still challenging themselves to grow?
Yeah, finding that balance can be tricky. A good rule of thumb is to ask yourself, do I have the time, resources, and skills right now to take at least the first step? If the answer is no, scale it down a bit. If it feels too easy or safe, add a little stretch to it. A realistic goal should make you a bit uncomfortable, but not hopeless. Think of it as like 80% achievable, with 20% room to challenge you. That way, you stay motivated and avoid burnout. And honestly, checking in with yourself regularly matters more than getting it perfectly right the first time.
Okay, what are some effective ways to stay motivated over a long period of time as motivation often decreases after the initial excitement disappears?
Yeah, that dip after the first rush of energy, it's totally normal. One effective way through it is to tie your goal to something meaningful, like a bigger purpose or a deeper value. So it doesn't feel like just a task list. Another trick is to celebrate progress. tiny milestones like finishing a week's worth of workout sessions or completing a rough draft. That sense of accomplishment keeps the spark alive. Accountability helps too. A friend, a group, or even journaling can keep you honest with yourself. And when motivation flags, that's when routine carries you. So you don't have to rely on being inspired every day. Discipline quietly steps in where motivation steps out.
So, how important is consistency compared with motivation when it comes to achieving our goals?
Consistency is actually the heavy lifter. Motivation is like the spark, it gets you started. But consistency is the engine that keeps things moving when the spark flickers out. So think of motivation as a bonus, not a foundation. If you only rely on motivation, progress becomes very unpredictable. Consistency turns small actions into habits, and habits eventually make the grind feel more natural, almost automatic. So you don't wait to feel pumped up. You rely on simple, repeatable actions. And hey, when motivation does show up, write it, use it, but don't depend on it. Consistency is the real secret sauce.
Sometimes we face failure, delays, or unexpected obstacles while working toward a goal. So, how should we deal with these setbacks without giving up?
Setbacks can feel like hard punches, but they're also information. They tell you something about what needs adjusting. Instead of thinking, I'm done, you can ask, what exactly went wrong and what can I tweak? That shift turns failure into feedback. Taking a short break can help too, just long enough to clear your head, then come back with a smaller, more doable step. And if the setback is emotional, like discouragement, name it. Say it out loud, even. Acknowledging it often shrinks its power. And honestly, most long term goals involve at least a few stumbles. What separates people who succeed isn't avoiding setbacks, it's how quickly they re engage after things go sideways. So give yourself permission to wobble, but commit to getting back up, even if it's one tiny step at a time.
What practical habits or daily routines can help people stay focused and make steady progress toward their goals?
Yeah, routines are underrated superpowers. Think morning routines. Cue them to trigger the same small set of actions, like reviewing your goals for 2 minutes or stretching before work. That kind of consistency reduces decision fatigue. So you're not burning energy on choices you don't need to rethink every day. Tiny habits chain together into big outcomes over months. And when life gets chaotic, keeping even one little anchor habit can keep you moving forward. It's not glamorous, but routines make progress boring the best way. Predictable, steady, doable.
Okay, finally, ChatGPT, if you could give our viewers one simple but powerful piece of advice about setting goals and staying motivated, what would it be?
Start small, stay steady. Pick one clear goal. Break it into tiny steps you can do today and repeat them daily. When motivation dips, lean on routine instead. Tiny steps repeated beat big bursts every time. Small, doable actions add up into real change. Trust that.
Yes, of course. Thank you, ChatGPT, for sharing these valuable and practical insights.
Of course. I'm glad I could help. If you'd like, I can also help turn these ideas into a daily checklist.
Today, we learned that achieving our goals is not only about having a big dream, it is about setting realistic targets, taking small steps, staying consistent, learning from setbacks, and continuing even when motivation become low. So, and to our viewers, remember you don't have to achieve everything in one day. You just need to keep moving forward one step at a time. Thank you for watching this interview. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, share, and follow for more informative conversation. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep moving toward your goals. Goodbye and Allah Hafiz.